Hey, what's going on, underdogs? Listen, I know what you're thinking. First, you're fit with fan. Now you're talking to the underdogs. I get it. But the question today is, do like, how old is old? A lot of people say something such as like, "Hey, I'm getting old." Have you ever heard that growing up? Um, I feel like I'm getting old. And we hear that from such a young age. I don't know about you, but I remember growing up and being a little, chubby, cute kid. And then people would be like, uh, they would see me growing up and they would say something such as, "Oh, oh my gosh, he's getting so big. He's getting so old." So as we hear that, and this is just my opinion, and this is just my observation, as we get older, and we keep hearing that same thing over and over and over again. Eventually, we start to believe it, and eventually, it becomes a reality, right? Because eventually, we're all going to reach a certain age. But the question is this: what is old? Like at what age are you considered to be old, right? And here's a few things that I've noticed too. I've noticed that there's certain things that we do, certain habits that we have, right, that actually contributes to us looking old. So, for example, most people, when I say that I'm a father of three and a husband to one, my wife, and they look at me and they say, "Man, for real? Like I thought you was like at least in your 20s, bro." Like I'm just saying. And I think it's because of not only how I carry myself, but just certain things that I had to cut back. And here are a few things that you need to pay attention to. Here are a few habits that you need to work on and develop in order to feel younger. If you're looking to be younger, now I know you're probably here because you want to know at what age am I considered to be old? Now I'm around. I have my kids, and my kids think I'm too old for them to hang around, or maybe you're trying to connect with the youth. Whatever it is, I'm gonna help you bridge the gap right now. So if you're here looking for a way to connect to the youth, and you really want to build that trust, and you really want to start to be the go-to person when it comes to, oh man, I know he's a little older when he looks or feels, but he's actually pretty old, but he seems very young. Does that make sense? I mean, I hope that makes sense. I was just kind of just throwing some words out there, just being honest with you. But listen, here are a few things that you can do right now to help improve your lifestyle, so that way people don't think that you're too old, or or you don't feel old, or you won't even look old. Feel, look, and you know, you won't have any of those feelings or even look old here. And I'm so excited because I just know that this is one of the things that I take pride on speaking about. Because there's a point in my life where I was just out of control. I was doing some things. I'm gonna get into that as far as how to preserve your age, right? So number one, okay, you want to make sure, and you probably already know this. This is just a quick reminder, right? This is for you underdogs here, right? Because people are overlooking at you. They're looking at this man saying, "Hey, you're old head, bro. You're too old for that." Or, "Hey, female, you're too old for that." "Hey, young lady, this is for you." First habit, right? You want to make sure that you work on your craft, right? Meaning, whatever you do, if you're a football player, if you're a basketball player, if you're a musician, if you're a singer, if you're a carpenter, whatever you do it well and keep working on it, right? But in moderations. So if I was to give a title for this, I would say work moderately, okay? Now, work enough, right? And this is, again, this is just based on observation. This is after years of people, places, things, people I've visited, family members, and all these different things, right? Where I notice people are like in their 60s, 70 years old, but they don't look that age. People are in their 30 years old, but 30 in their 30s, and they don't even look that age. They're in their 40s, they don't even look that age. And I found out the secret. It's because they work and they work and they work. But this leads me to my next thing, okay? Work in moderations, right? That's the first thing. You need some proper rest. Okay. Now, I'm not saying take a whole, week off or whole month off. You can. And although that is very effective when you do so, right, to get some reprieve, to get rejuvenated, to get that fire sparked up, you need the proper rest. However, be very careful with that because you don't want to get into what's called the lazy mode. We all know that. We've all been there before, right? And how many of us understand and know that no one wants to be around people that don't bear fruit, right? So you have to be careful. Don't be too restful where you're getting into what's called a complacent mode, all right? Or being lazy, okay? Don't do that, right? But you do need the proper rest. And I'm going to say 4 things in total, okay? Um, Number 3, and I believe this is one of my favorites. It's actually nutrition. Make sure you're feeding your body with the proper nutrients. And I can't stress this enough. And there's multiple pillars, right? There's multiple pillars, but I'm breaking down the main components because I want to express to you that you can do it. It's not hard. It's not rocket science. You probably already know this information, but you haven't applied it yet. And here is why you are here today trying to figure out, what is considered old and what could I do to feel young again? There's no secret pill, magic pill there. Like, this is all just a process. And once you fall in love with it, then you'll be okay. So this is what I'm doing right now. I'm feeding you information, right? So that's nutrition, right? That's mental nutrition. But then you have the physical nutrition, which me personally, I'll tell you what my routine is. A lot of people love routines, and routines is very key and effective in order to live a better, healthier lifestyle. So my routine is very simple. I wake up, I drink a glass of water. In my case, I have this big jug that I carry along here. I fill it up, right? I get at least, I want to say about 16 ounces before I even start my run. Do my run, come back, do a little workout, depending on whatever body part I'm working on. And then I have a recovery shake, which repairs my muscles. And you can find this information down below. But what I'm saying is the routine and the nutrition part of it, okay? So my nutrition, and then I have a shake, right? That's my first meal. Then I have snacks in between. I make sure I focus on enough protein. I have a lot of protein throughout the day. I might fart a lot, but it is what it is. You got to feed your body with the right nutrients is the main thing I'm trying to express to you right now and stress to you, okay? And number 4, you want to make sure that you work out. Now, I'm not saying go crazy and lifting heavy, crazy weights in the gym. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that at all. In fact, did you know this? That there's 2 types of people, right? There's people that make time for the gym, that go once a week, right? Once a week, because they're busy, they don't prioritize their time to go to the gym and take care of their temple, right? And then there's others that may be doing some quick little dance moves, nothing crazy with the muscles, dance moves. Like I used to do Zumba, by the way, at least 3-4 times a week, and I would just walk like almost every day. But for some reason, and this is not to brag, right? This is not to impress you, but to impress upon you that this works. You need to work out, but do it in moderation. Like I said before, you need to rest in moderations. You need to work, your ethics, your work ethics, what you do on a day-to-day basis, your career. You have to do it in moderations, and you have to also work out in moderations. And by the way, let's get back to the nutrition, not to go backwards, but when it comes to nutrition, and I can get into details with that, don't worry about, oh my gosh, hitting all macros. What I personally do, and this is what works for me and may be different for you, depending on what your fitness goal is, and we could talk about that. You can fill out a free fitness form, wellness form below, right? And I can suggest some new products and we can work over a meal plan for you. But the main thing is this. If you're looking to get size, you're looking to, you're pumping that iron, right? You need some more carbs, to stimulate, to get growth, right? And then if you want to be filled more, if you want to burn more calories, you want your metabolism to speed up, you must eat enough protein, right? So when it comes to working out, do it in moderations. Don't go crazy. Like, don't feel like you have to do this crazy work exercise, like hit workout. Like I've done that before, and I did 2 a days, of high intensity training, high intensity interval training workouts every single day, at least twice a day, and then Zumba on top of that, right? So I was just totally like, I want to say destroying my body. I was actually doing a good thing. But after a while, I'm like, you know what? I don't have to really do all that, because what I've started to realize is that, and what I discovered after a while is that I was actually shedding so much weight that it didn't really, it didn't, I felt good, right? Don't get me wrong, but it didn't really fit me well, if you know what I mean. So I wanted to discover a whole new body type of me, you know what I mean? So that's number 4. So if you're taking notes, jot all those down. You want to make sure you have a work ethic. If you're, like I said, if you're an athlete, keep practicing. I don't care how old you are. There's 70-year-olds out there that are still balling out of control. Like, they're literally balling up and down the courts, balling out. These young kids out here, and then you have different careers. If you're a filmmaker, if you're a photographer, if you're you're a craftsman, some type of things, mechanic, you could be a salesman, a car salesman, practice your craft, practice getting out there, human interaction, do whatever it takes to keep on spinning those wheels so your mental could be on point, right? That's really what it comes down to. Your mental has to be on point. That way, if your mental's on point, you feel good, and then you work onto your nutrition, you're going to look good, and you work onto the workout, then you'll start to actually feel good as well, which I already said that. But another thing apart from all that, this is just side notes. This is just a couple of things I'm going to just rapid fire and shoot them out to you because I believe it's important. And I'm doing this in a way, I'm communicating this in a way so I can grab your attention, because I know you're probably, okay, Jonathan, what, I get it. I already know these things. And if you already clicked out of this video, hey, I'm glad you stopped by and you made it this far. But if you're still here with me, I'm getting ready to expose my personal secrets of what makes me look and feel young. Are you ready for it? Come here. Come here. It's a huge secret. Don't tell nobody, because all the people that clicked off this video already, they missed their opportunity. If you decided to stop this audio right here, right? Because you're probably listening or you're probably watching, wherever you're tuning in from, understand this. This is one of the secret ingredients to massive success. Are you ready? Are you ready? Depending on what demographic you want to be in, right? You have to match and be a chameleon. Did you just say chameleon? You want me to be a poser? No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that at all. But what I'm saying, and this works for me, I don't know if it's going to work for you. I don't know. But what I've noticed is that I've had so much experience until the age of 30. I'm in my early 30s right now. And, right now the trend is, I'm giving you little hints, okay? Right now the trends are these little earrings, you know what I'm saying, with the cross on it, right? So this is in right now. This is the vibe. I got the throwback hat, the vintage, Blockbuster hats. Now most of our youths aren't gonna know what Blockbuster is. However, because Netflix did something massively impressive, right, that destroyed Blockbuster, right? But any young person could tell, okay, this seems like a vintage hat. I like that vibe, right? And that's what they're about. So that's a key ingredient to how to present yourself as someone that's young, right? Because I know you're still here because you're wondering, how do I look young? What do I need to do to stop looking and feeling old, right? So that's the main thing, right? Your first initial appearance has to be one that fits into the demographic that you choose to be in, right? So for example, if I'm trying to fit into the, the hip hop crew, the good vibes, you know what I'm saying? Like you know what I mean? Like that, you see how the language just twists and changes. You have to understand how to basically adapt to where you want to go. Now, if you're a rocker, hey, rocking on, maybe you want to carry your long hair, maybe you want to grow the beard. If your beard has a little grays, maybe you want to just dye it a little bit. Those little tweaks that could help you make you look younger, but you still need to work on your nutrition, right? And so what you need to do is you need to work on finding out a meal plan that works best for you. Okay, my meal plan, like I mentioned before, I have 2 shakes a day consistently. Right, unless there's some days that I'm just like, whatever, I'll be good. I worked it out already, right? 2 shakes a day, 3 snacks a day. That equates to about maybe 300 calories each snack. High protein. My protein intake is about at least 150 grams a day. And then the carbs is about 50, 60, 70 maximum, okay, depending on if I'm doing leg day or not, or chest day. And then I have, a lot of water, a gallon of water, like a big gallon of water, which is incredible. It helps me to be accountable because I cannot track on my own. So I love that. So start wearing things such as, like, right now, I got these nice little, some people would like to call it like short shorts, right? But it's not necessarily short shorts. It's just shorts. And these are my fitness shorts, by the way. Right? Got the linings in here, so I don't need to wear any underwear if I don't need to. But it feels so comfortable and it's flexible. I can hold my phone in here. So, and by the way, you can find that on my fitness store here, okay? But yeah, like certain different things that you could wear, man, like the hats. I didn't even realize, but I'm wearing a Goku Super Saiyan. You feel me? Now, for those of you that are Dragon Ball Z fans, you already know what it is, right? You see this right here? Okay, now if you're listening to the audio, of course you can't see it, but just imagine this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 8-pack Goku, Super Saiyan Goku on my shirt right now. So, and it has a little hoodie on it too that I could just pull back and snatch it back and put it back. So what I'm saying is I'm dressed for the occasion. If I'm trying to blend in with the young. Now, don't be weird about this, okay? Don't be that weird guy that you definitely look old. You got grays and all that. And you have a backwards cap and you're trying, like, you're old. Like, you gotta follow these other rules, okay? You have to do that. You have to follow the nutritional rules. You have to follow the lingos. You have to follow the language. There's a lot that is looking and feeling young, or the fact that you're deemed as being old. So, where am I going with this? Listen, I suggest overall, if you want to know how to stay young and to look young, you have to do what works best for you. Model someone that you see yourself being. Okay. Now, this is my own style, my own flair. Like I said, I have my own shorts, and then I had this shirt on, and I decided to wear this cap. No one's really wearing this cap right here. But I did throw these earrings in because people are wearing these things. It separates me from being that old guy. You know what I mean? So, again, I hope this works, guys. There's other things, maybe, go on social media and start following these certain creators, right? Because it's not weird. If you're following a creator, it's not weird. You're just looking for ideas to get content. Because remember, there's a thin line. You have to be careful so that you don't look like a weirdo. You know what I mean? Like, because there's some weird people that they try to fit in. Nah, don't do that. Listen, if your intention is to do that, please stop watching this. Delete whatever I just said out of your brain right here, because that's not what I'm trying to convey. Okay, so that was just a quick disclaimer, guys. Other than that, guys, listen, I know I've tried to probably wrap this up a few times here, but I'm serious this time.